Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we begin a triple header here on Wild Card Sunday, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Strap in, the first of three on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Achane. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Morris. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Tommy Townsend in punt formation.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Yards officially, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
To number 5.
Now think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here we go. Ready.
On first down, back to Achane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Mustang 19.
Off play action. Morris. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL. This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a third and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Right there, hurt. Ready.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Get it. Go.
Off the play fake. Morris looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Ready.
Here's second and 10. Off play action. Morris. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And Dolphins will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Chiefs nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Mahomes. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's a toss left for Achane. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Mahomes quickly complete out wide. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 6-yard line.
Yellow!
A draw play, Hampton. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Yellow! Let's go, Lou, lady!
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go, Blue Lady.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He's going to keep this again. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. Morris. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And that will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Dolphins 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 17-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Second and 10. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. Mahomes going to throw. They'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Now here's Mahomes. Pass complete to Royals.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Yellow. I got blue lane. Easy. Hey, Ripless.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 28,
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
A final shot before break. Morris. This one deep for Wilson.
And incomplete on the deep ball. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. A run once more with Hampton. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
15. Yellow. Right side.
Trying to run for it with Hampton.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Right side.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And he'll take this down to the 33.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, it's Hampton. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Dolphins 7.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Go, Reed, go.
To throw is Morris. Throwing to start the drive. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Morris now. From the gun, he'll throw.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here is 3rd and 5.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Back to throw. Morris. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
70. Ready.
Morris throwing on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Ready.
Back to Hampton on first down. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Come on, steal, black. 52, blue.
Again, it's Hampton.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
3rd down and 1.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Striker, 3-3. Slide blue. Ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Down.
First down.
Set.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Green jack. Set. Ready. 45. White.
On the give, this is Hampton.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the set. Here we go. Yes.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Set.
Looking to throw. Oliver. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Chiefs 42, Dolphins 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On the jump.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Morris.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A Miami 1st
first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now Morris from the gun on 3rd down.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Go.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Let's go now.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5, about the 4.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Achane once more.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Devon Achane
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Slide for the PAT.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, Dolphins 14. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 5.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Ready.
Give here to Hampton. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready. 10 black.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay,
They'll come
right.
up now, 3rd and 3.
Black shot. Hey, red. 50, grip, smash, red.
Looking to throw. Oliver.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane
With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Ready.
Now 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Hampton.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Black 40. Hut.
From the gun on 3rd down, Oliver. And that'll be complete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
Film rooms are the forum.
Come on, come on. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Here we go, here we go. Go. Get it. Ready. Ready? Cougar 19. Let's go now. Go. Come on, set. Let go. Come on, set. Let go. Here we go, here we go. Set up. Let go. Let's go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Get up. Down. Go. Here we go. Set. Hut. Set. Ready. Hut, hut. Ready. Ready. Let's go now. Ready. Ready, 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 ready. Set, go. Set, get up. Come on, set, go. Here we go, here we go. Hut. Set up, hut, hut.
From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen, Joshua Carty will get it underway. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in. Going to mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line.